Jean used to say that you don't love somebody because of this and this and this that you love about them. And from his point of view, it was silly to sort of put an ad in the paper or something like that and say, I want a partner who is this and this and this and this, because that, for him, didn't add up to love. You get all of those qualities and you might say, no, I'm not interested in them. And what you love about someone can't be quantified or calculated like that. It's this big thing and this very primal thing and mysterious thing that is much, much larger than what we can say about it. And maybe we can think about Gene's life and contribution and what he gives us in that way, that it isn't particular things that we learned from him. It isn't the circumstances of his life or not knowing them. It's something so much more complex. But looking at the surround, looking at the context, looking at the circumstances, the history, looking at his time, his zeitgeist, where he was born, how, and this incredibly dramatic beginning to his life gives us another way of holding the whole larger experience of him. I'm always a little reluctant, and I talked about that in the video that I assigned you from the helpers group, to talk about Gene's history and his escape from the Nazis in relation to his work, because he was reluctant to talk about it for fear that he would be reduced to this story. And he was so against reductionism, but maybe particularly we're against reductionism when it comes to us. None of us want to be reduced to this, this is Lynn, this is, I had trouble understanding that at first when he didn't want to do a recorded interview with me about his escape from the Nazis. And then I realized that I might feel the same way, that I was born with a unchanging eye condition in which, as a young child, I had to go to a Braille class before they invented the glasses that I can wear for reading. And if I told the story of being a child and being legally blind, and then people referred to my work and said, "Oh, that was Lynn Preston. Yes, she was the legally blind therapist." I wouldn't like that at all. All of us want to be known for our larger selves and what we want to contribute. And yet I know that that my eye condition as a child and going to a Braille class and things like that had a lot to do with who I am and what I contribute. So there's something about contextualism that can expand our sense of the person and what they're saying and meaning and living. And that is very different than reductionism, that is a kind of cause and effect of, oh, the person had this and therefore they said that. And Jean always hated that kind of assessment of thinkers and philosophers. Oh, they said this because of this. And would never participate in that kind of discussion.